Hello, hello. Oh, this is new. I am more or less wet to go now, so that's some delay. Maybe the planning of thing was a mistake. But hello, guys. Matthew here. That's Matthew Musselwhite here, also known as Crystal's Entertainment, and my thing has gone missing. My notes, my talking points. Oh well. Welcome back to Power Simulator, which has had a 1.1 update. Which also has included. What is saying new? What do you mean new? That's what I thought. What do you mean? Okay. I don't know what's going on there, but the 1.1 update has dropped, so I haven't actually played this game since I finished it back in around August time. And actually, I actually still had it installed on the Steam Deck, just in case, you know, like Casey or someone wanted help with power thing. So that's really why I kept it installed, because I haven't actually played it since. But there's a new DLC available, which is the Tomb Raider DLC, or more accurately describe it as a free expansion to the game. And yeah, I'm very excited to see what this includes. This is going to be fun. They've also seemed to have redecorated the interface slightly. So yeah, that's new. Seeing like all your items and so forth. So let's see. I have been with. Oh yeah. Well, it's actually Tomb Raider Lara Croft. I thought it was just going to be a name thing. I didn't realise it was actually Lara Croft. Wow, okay, this is amazing, okay. I have been requested by my esteemed employer, Miss Lara Croft, to commission a cleaner for the exterior of the residence, of our residence, Croft Manor. And you have acquired your details from a mutual friend. No, we'll never find out who that was. She is soon to host a charity fundraiser for an artifact reparation, and wishes for the manor to be looking tip-top for our esteemed guests. As you have no doubt discovered from the odd baffled brick here and there, I have attempted the task myself, but to no avail. It is simply beyond my advancing years. Please note, the roof has only recently been retired and doesn't require any of your attention. Roger that. Mr. Croft is currently recuperating in Egypt after being set upon. What do you mean by that? But we'll be back soon to give your handiwork the once over. I see. Okay. Yep. Okie dokie. So yeah, welcome to that. Unfortunately, I actually have tore out a USB switcher I had. Maybe that will fix the networking problem I was having. Unfortunately, the problem is now I don't actually have a quick thing. I can just go like, ooh, do. I don't think I can anyway. Oh, I can. Oh, I beg your pardon. But it also means that the HDMI input will just disappear. There we go. Good enough. Then we just. Oh, did I do it? Did I do it? Survey says I have. Oh, gee, that's some delay. And that's some tearing. You know, this is 60 Hz. Okay, yeah, I might have to turn down the volume. This is the first time I noticed, and I haven't actually never documented the actual volume is required for this, so we are going to be turning that down. We'll turn this into play. Let's see. I mean, other than the tearing, I mean, the delay is annoying, but it's probably because I keep switching the darn thing, but because let's see, that's what's happening when I do that. So let's turn you down to -19. Actually, while we do, I'm going to take this opportunity to turn up the music because I think that might be wise based on what I'm seeing. Wow, it's still on the beginning thing. But anyway, like, this is what happens when you don't stream a game for a while, and up to this point you never documented the volume of you know, the games you stream, which is only something I've only recently started doing. So it is what it is. At least it doesn't actually frack with the USB, you know, in terms of... Oh yeah, I was going to change the other thing. But it doesn't actually, you know, frack with the USB device, so it doesn't actually, you know, just cause it to lag. So actually, no, that's a lie. It actually is. I'm lying to myself. Main live stream, capture box settings. See, move this a bit better. But only explicitly when I'm switching back to the computer. I'm pressing the wrong buttons. Again, the delay is something annoying, but I can live with that. What I can't live, however, is not seeing my volume. Wow, it's still very loud. -22. If anything, I'll just have to do the thing in thing. Oh, fuck, I've just done it again. This makes it good. I think I saw 10 again. Was there some way to enforce like VSync on this stupid thing? Oh, it's because, oh yeah, that's right. Use buffering, auto reset on timeout, frames into timeout 5. Oh yeah, I forgot I had like name of it. There you go. There you go. For the final time, we are finally ready. Okay, so that's the name of it. You know, it's not humming anymore. Okay, so finally we can get the stupid world going after 10 minutes of faffing about. Oh, okay, I already ran out of coolant. That's brilliant. Oh, I'll deal with that later. So I'll deal with that now. That's actually, you know, got the super scotch. Okay, so always the first question: where to begin? I mean, and also the question is, how far is it? It's actually just like the front. Oh yeah, actually, so wait, I don't remember the interface being like that in 1.0. So that's not like here, but so it seems only like the front draws my attention. Okay, I trust you have everything finished. You have everything you need to begin with. I'll furnish you with tea and biscuit as soon as I see the a minor predicament. Okay. It's nothing to worry about, by the way. I'm not sure if I believe you. I know I haven't ever played Tomb Raider, but I know bits and bobs of it, and I am very much concerned based on what I know. Miss Croft likes to set me these challenges from time to time. Otherwise, one would get rather dull. I see. Okay, so that's the music start. Oh no, it was. Wait, did it? I forget. Oh yeah, I also saw like the stars as well. You don't actually see. They've removed the star rating in the latest. It seems the 1.1 update. So that's interesting. What's also interesting is apparently I'm not getting a bug with Photon where it just seemed to, for a while, the tab just wouldn't work, so you wouldn't be able to see, you know, the dirt. So that's pretty nifty, I would say. Let's keep an eye on that, the preview, just because I really would like to know how that is performing. You know, if I need the thing, turn smooth or not. I mean, it looks smooth, like the particle. Yeah, okay, that's smooth. It's probably just you know, some tearing, just because I forced probably the frame rate at 30 last time and try and get the thing to work. Ah, 1%. Got 1 whole percent. Yep. Oh way. I like the fact I got like more than $10,000 when I finished the game because I refused to buy things for the most part. So that's really nifty. I do have some news, so we'll get on to that in just a minute. I'm just again just making sure this is all good. I don't know why, but something just seems off in the preview. I don't know what it is, because I think it's just the delay throwing me off. But anyway, news. First bit of news is actually something that probably happened a while ago, but it's only very recently. We were talking like earlier this week that was brought to my attention, and that's Blood Bowl 3. The release date for that has finally, and also the MSRP has been fully announced, and it's actually sooner than you would expect. It's scheduled to come out on the 23rd of February 2023 at a price with the price being $24.99 for the base, you know, like the standard release. And I don't know about you, I personally find that price very agreeable. In a world where games cost, you know, AAA games cost like 60, 70, 90 pounds, £25 for Blood Bowl 3 I find to be most agreeable, honestly. And I'm very happy that is the price, because I actually thought it was going to be a lot worse than it was. So I probably will get it at some point. It's actually a few days after I get paid from Universal Credits, so we'll see on that. But yeah, I am very looking forward to it. I am just hoping Cyanide has learned how to balance games, and more importantly, know how to code dice now. I know that coding dice, about random chance in general, is a very difficult thing to do. At least according to my brother, if nothing else. But even if that wasn't the case, I just know it's very difficult. So with that in mind, I'm just hoping that they've at least figured out how to, you know, do it. You know, because it's not an easy feat to do. You know, I can dream. And that's really what the main change I want. It's just like, you know, at least it feels like it's balanced. It doesn't seem to favor one species over another. Like, you know, dark elves, high elves. You know, if that is, you know, what all they did, if, you know, by like, you know, the graphics and new interface designs, I would be a very happy boy. So yeah, I'll probably end up picking up Blood Bowl 3. Probably won't stream it anymore after that. Done with Blood Bowl 2. It seems to be once in a full moon when the stars align just right, where the aliens can get the perfect signal between Earth and their home planet. So yeah. So yeah, I'm very. I don't know when they announced that, but I'm looking forward to it. It's actually literally feels like it was right around the corner. Probably as good as it is, because what is it, like 2 weeks away or something like that? I think it's a week after the Universal Credit meeting. If I can't wiggle my way out of that, which, you know, spoiler alert, I can't, because it's, you know, I like having money. So yeah. there a delay on that now? Well, yes, but it's not bad. I'll live with it. Anyway, onto the see, I think I might have to turn up too much. I don't know. I'm probably gonna turn up the audio again. Not the power summon, but the music. Because I am not finding that audio balancing very agreeable. So, here we go again. See, this is the thing. I wish I could hear what this was like. But I can't. So, there's my mouse. So we're going to turn you back down, and probably turn down to 3.9. I said I wasn't going to do it, but I've done it anyway. See, so hopefully that doesn't overpower things and stuff now. In hindsight, I should have just kept the thing running. And in fact, that wouldn't even matter because I had to switch the HDMI input because of the way KVM switches work. So, that would not have mattered in either scenario. I don't know why I said that. So, testing, 1, 2. It's a bouncing it. Forgot to switch it anyway. Just put the text up because there's a few other things. I want to talk about. So boop, boop. There we go. So that's it. Hopefully that do it. Unfortunately, I don't have literally anyone to tell me how the audio is. At least I don't have my ears because my ears only can hear one audio source at a time. So okay, it's now severely affecting. OBS. Until you start going up again, I am not continuing. I think I've done it too many times. I think that's the thing. Faffing around. Jeez, that went. Yep, we're dropping. Like nobody's moving. We're gonna go with big old technical difficulties. Oh wait, I never set that up, did I? I never set that up with Well, let's go with this then, and we'll just mute that for now until I can figure out why. I really don't want to stitch this together if I can help it. I know what you're doing. Oh. For a moment I thought you had solved it. Let's do a good old speed test. Why are you actually? Because if I have to restart this, I'm going to be very upset. No, that's fine. That is well within margins. That's a lot of drops. Okay, so I'm probably just going to have to. I really don't want to. Oh well. I'll tell you what we're going to do. I don't want to, but desperate times call for desperate measures. We're going to stop streaming very momentarily and then immediately restart. Unfortunately, Twitch doesn't do the thing where YouTube does, where if it loses for a few seconds, it just ties into one thing. Okay, has not done it. Wait, that's for a brief moment it did. 4,500 kilobits per second. So you know, it's not terribly high. But do I have like? Yeah, also recommended. Why would you do this to me? Okay, so I'm going to restart OBS now. See if I'm not restarting my whole computer. Does it for a very brief second. Twitch server. Twitch server status, everything is operational. No incidents. Why are you doing this then? I'm just struggling to understand why. The only thing is it's something I've done. Broke it. I broke it basically. Wait, it's working again. It's working again. Okay, so with that in mind, we're going to download that, but we're going to mute that just to make sure you don't start playing in the background. Hopefully that means it's all hunky-dory now. So let's get the music going again. And get started. Okay. Hopefully this won't happen again. Basically, if it was like technical problems. Oh, I forgot about the thing, but I'm not doing it again just because I am actually genuinely afraid it's just going to break again at this point. It's fine, I can remember most of the other things. Like, for instance, the next bit of news. Meta in their infinite wisdom has decided that they're going to, terminate support for one of the most popular games ever with Echo VR and close down the servers 5 months later from now, towards the end of May. I think it was May. Which I think is personally very dumb. I don't personally, according to what I've heard, it's a very popular multiplayer VR game on the Quest. So I can't exactly say I understand the logic behind this decision from the developers nor Meta, but I don't. And it could be a myriad of reasons, but I think one of the reasons is the fact that Meta bought the company, and so they're just gonna act in what Meta wants, more or less. So, and the fact that Meta has bought about 95 to 98% of the VR developer companies means they're basically a monopoly in that space, which I think is very unfair. And as I checked, it's illegal to have monopoly. It's very least here in the UK. I'm not entirely sure what it is like in the United States. But I don't like the fact that it's bought every single company. They have done that. Meta, Facebook, I find that particularly disagreeable. So, and I wish there was a few more independent ones. Alas, we live in a society Oh yeah, I forgot about resetting about my camel one. Don't break for the love of Mike, don't break. Don't break while I do this. Because I'm a big dumb idiot. There you go. That's it. Oh, I forgot to start that running. Okay. But yeah. Okay. Oh, that's tearing. Definitely tearing. Oh, cool. So yeah. Overall, I don't really like that Meta has done that. I didn't really like Meta anyway. I used to like Meta, you know, Oculus. Then Facebook bought in and they started doing very questionable decisions, which I found very disagreeable, and here we are. That's why I don't particularly want to get like a Quest, even though the Quest Pro is very cool and exciting. I just don't like the company. And I mean, I was like, wait, I know that's, you know, what's it, not virtuality, that is something else. But there was this open source headset thing a few years ago. Also, I was like more stuff like that. I could develop my own open source, or you know, make my own open source VR, you know, in one headset, using like a Pi or an equivalent, and just do it that way. That would be very cool. That'd be pretty swell, just using it off-the-shelf components like that. Alas, I don't think that is I don't think that's possible, especially because you can't get things like pancake lenses or Fresnel lenses. Ideally, pancake lenses. Just, you know, make the entire thing more compact. So, yeah. I don't like Facebook. I don't like Zuckerberg. Really wish I could do my own headset. Or at least have like have the Decade come out. I will live with the Decade because I trust Valve. I trust Valve more than I can fucking trust Facebook and Meta. And that is just how that goes. So I trust them a lot more, so I would be more happy with Valve if Valve releases their standalone headset, which we'll see. If they do or do not, it's Valve. It could literally be either or. You know, they could release it like they did with the Steam Deck, or the Deck will just be one of those Valve projects that just gets lost into time itself. And I could not tell you which one Decade's going to be, even though they've poured a lot of resources into this, but they did the same with Left 4 Dead 3, so It's just one of those things. One of those things I find very, very disagreeable. You know? So yeah. Okay. Oh, careful, Matthew. Careful while you just do this. Whoop. Okay, there's something I missed somewhere. The question is where? I would personally say that is. Oh, that. Yeah, that would do it. Yeah, that would definitely, you know, do it. Just some pods I can't get access to. There we go. Away! Now we'll just continue with this. And we'll get this show on the road. Hopefully we get to like the car, the Jeep thing. That would be pretty swell if we do, but we'll see, because it's actually some, you know, it's only $400. Still, what feels a very big task, you know. Yes, that's kind of the whole vibe I'm getting. You know, I'm gonna be brutally honest with you. It's just that kind of vibe. And I can't say I'm particularly passing the vibe check right now. But yeah, especially on gaming news, so we're going to go into tech news now. And this is, I don't know how recent this news is, it was only brought to my attention, again, very recently, but we're going to talk about Apple and their infinite wisdom. More specifically about their T2 chips found in their old Intel-based Macs. And that is that, you know, actually you don't know, that's why I'm saying, or maybe you do, I don't know, I am just presuming, but, if you, like, some repair shops who've been given, like, decommissioned 2019, 2018 Macs, you know, MacBooks and so forth, that was using, like, school environments and so forth, can actually, you know, because of T2 chip, which you can enable, which has a very good thing of data security, stops thieves from accessing the data, but it also retains that setting if you factory reset the device. So that means that we're getting loads of e-waste basically, because, you know, refurbishers can't get rid of that lock, because, you know, it was used by, like, schools and so on and so forth most of the time. So they're getting, like, a large bulk of them that's basically being sold for scrap. But I think it's a massive waste, because the Apple security feature literally prevents them from reselling. It's literally like when I forget what it was called, but the guy who did Stadia and the PS3, at least led it, who led the Xbox One, was like, oh, we're gonna, like, put DRM on, like, on games, so in such a way that you can't buy second-hand games, you only can buy it first-hand. It feels like we're in that kind of situation where, you know, Apple has done this very secure thing. It was good for security, but it's now basically stopped them from buying, you know, stopped people from buying refurbished Macs, which is probably what they want, because they want to buy you to buy their latest and greatest, you know, so they don't really have much inclination to fix the problem, because, you know, they would lose money from their newer ARM-based Macs. Still, the point still stands. It sucks. I find the entire thing rather disagreeable. And I hope they do something about it, because the fact that we're just basically getting e-waste now, which is, you know, bad for the environment, it really is not great. Because, you know, these refurbished shops can't get into the Macs, even if they factory reset it, the T2 chip security thing is still enabled. And why? Just why? I can understand the security part, but why not do, you know, at least do make it a little bit easier for people to buy refurbished Macs? I know I would over, like, a brand new thing if I was shopping for a Mac again, which probably won't be. I think the MacBook, the 2010 MacBook that I bought, with the polycarbonate unibody, which was something I wanted as a kid but never did, I'm now using as, like, basically as a place as a tablet, as an internet machine and YouTube machine while I'm cooking. People, don't need, like, like a M2 Mac with, you know, 24 cores to do that. And it was very cheap. So the fact is, just being e-waste, I really don't like. So hopefully, Apple will, you know, dedicate their very extensive R&D budget to figuring out a solution. They won't, because, you know, it would hurt their profits, but could sell you of new Macs. But, you know, if they could just look into their hearts, or there's a smidgen of generosity, I would very much appreciate it. If it's not for me, then please for the planet. At least pretend you care for Earth. Because I know some of the plans I have, I am taking into my future plans, I'm taking into consideration the environment, and other plans, I'll admit, probably isn't the best for the environment. Like putting an internal combustion engine into a miniature train in this day and age, you know, probably isn't the smartest thing to do in global warming. But, you know, I would really would like a diesel outline to have a engine instead of a battery. Just sounds better, and it's because I am a bit biased, admittedly, because of doubles had, engine, internal combustion, like British Leyland engines, diesel power units, which sounded really nice, and I want something similar. That would be swell. So we'll see. That would just be very ideal if they do that. I would find it very agreeable if Apple looked at that hard and for just a smidgen for the for the children. So yeah. So doopa doopa da. Probably gonna get some more current now, so after I've done this stuff, so yeah. Oh wow, okay. Give me another one. Give me another one. I demand it. Oh, I forgot that was an option. Okay, that was not what I had in mind. That's what I had in mind. There we go, so we're going to take a quick BRB. The desktop audio. Okay, this is where that idea will come into play, because I don't actually have a shortcut for that. But I don't want to, I'm actually too. I should have got more cooling than again. I thought this battle would last me longer than it did. Please don't play. Then I'm gonna have to switch. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it under the screen, or this screen, because I'm genuinely too afraid to change it to my BRB screen right now. So we'll just do that, and now I'll be back in literally 30 seconds. I'll literally watch, so I'll be right back. Hello, I'm back. Hopefully I was last time, but next thing. Gee, I'm gonna have to time some of the technical difficulties. But yeah, let's get back to it. So yeah, finally in the news, it's also Apple. Would you believe? With the pretense and the prerequisite of. Like it doesn't even matter if you get a new Mac as a solution, because Apple, again in their infinite wisdom, has decided to nerf the controller on various their baseline models, their drive controller and the baseline Mac Mini, MacBook Pro, so on and so forth, to be slower than the M1 Mac. So if you get like an M2 Mac, it was better to be the latest, greatest. Faster in every single aspect imaginable, including the drive controller. But no, some user, I forget his name, but some YouTuber did a speed test, and it was only like 3 gigabytes read and about, I think 3.7 gigabyte read, 3.1 gigabyte wide. Gigabytes I think it was. So it's like still crazy fast, like 3100 megabit, not 3100 megabytes per second. So I'd say it's only 3.7. But which is still very fast. But I don't have a baseline for how fast the MV controllers were on the M1 Max, but apparently it is slower, and I think it's only on the baseline model. I was like, why Apple? The only reason I can think you do it, so you would so if people that has that knowledge, you're basically forcing them to spend more, even more money on their Macs, so they can get a higher storage, just so they have like some decent speeds on their drives, if it is baseline. And yeah, I just find that rather disagreeable. And I really don't like that. Really, that's very. I used to like Apple. I'll openly admit, during the Hackintosh era, 2015 to 20, I'd say about what 2019, 2020. No, 2020. Yeah, 2019, 2020. But I think when I wanted to switch to Linux at that point, because I found Macs to be too limiting. Mac OS too limiting. But during the a little before, like 2013, 2012, I was a huge, possibly up to 2010, I was a huge fan of Apple. I quite like their products. I like the design. I like the sound of Mac OS and the Unix-based OS. More stable than Windows. Sign me up. But now it just feels like more, anti-consumer than anything else. And it's like a spit in the face because you're not spending enough money. Like, oh, you got an Apple product. Oh, we're just going to disable this, that, and everything else until you spend more money with us. Capitalism, man. Just capitalism. Not a fan of it. Not a fan. I really just think. I don't like it whatsoever. Make no mistake, this is very scummy of Apple, and shame on them for even, thinking that is a good idea. But yeah, I'm kind of glad I went to Linux. Like, I have transitioned to Linux. I have not looked back. Yes, I've had some problems now and again. Like, probably some of it is like OBS, for instance, not performing optimally. Which I imagine some of it is my own fault. Like, hardware change or a thing to the streaming setup will tend to do that, unfortunately. That was a lot more of an elegant solution. But like, no matter what I do, not even a hardware solution seemed to be very elegant to solve these, varying problems I have with trying to stream PC games. And I really am not a fan of it because of it. And I really don't have like an extra keyboard and mouse just to deal with it, sort of thing. So, Oh, why would you get stuck there? There we go. There we go. That's what I wanted. So, yeah, I've said that part of the reason why I didn't build on a Hackintosh was just because of was like I wanted to go NVIDIA, like the newer graphics cards. Couldn't go without Hackintosh because you only could do it unofficially on 10.11, 10.12, 10.13. Apple is basically just preventing you from installing their drivers and forces you to go with AMD. Which I probably will go for AMD next time, but even then, it won't be RDNA 3, which is what I'll be looking at, RDNA 3 or possibly RDNA 4 by the time I will actually perform an upgrade. Point is, the point is that Apple limits the very thing. It was very like jury-rigged of how it worked, and I wanted something that wasn't as jury-rigged. It's still very much jury-rigged, but you know, hey ho. Something that was a lot more expandable with the hardware I want, but still offered also reliability. Windows, I was not going to go with Windows, especially what Windows 11 is like. Like, I like Windows 11 in some aspects, but some of the other stuff, like Microsoft have done, like, you know, the spying and so on and so forth, it's even more aggressive. In fact, also you can have local accounts now on Home Edition and possibly even Pro. I find very disagreeable. You know, it's my machine, I paid for it. I would like to use it how I want to use it. Microsoft, not how you think people should use it. You know, what you think is best. I would very much appreciate that. So, yeah, I've transitioned to Linux, Fedora, because it's like the Home Edition version of Red Hat Linux that Pixar and, you know, DreamWorks use. And I've not looked back. Yeah, and I had some very glaring, like, some issues in terms of user experience, like, right now, frame rate to the capture box, that is very, you know, less than optimal. Why did I enable buffering again? Maybe it's buffering that causes it. Yeah, I'm not changing it now because I don't want to cause the NIC just crudding itself again. So we'll just have to deal with it for now. But oh, this, you know, I'll say 45 minutes, first 45 minutes of stream has been technical problems, other technical problems. And it's not the best stream I think I've ever done. Definitely not the best Power Simulator stream I've done. There we go. That will go like to the next layer. Which would be very ideal. But yeah, that's all the news I have. Yeah, it has been more bad than good news. I think the best news I've seen so far, at least that's noteworthy, this week, is literally Blood Bowl 3. All the other ones just been crummy news from crummy companies. It's very likely that I'll go with a Fairphone. You know, Fairphone 4, Fairphone 5. Because that will probably not be out by the time I do an upgrade. For an upgrade, because I like their whole ethos of user repairability. You know, white to repair. If it's damaged, I can repair. I don't need to take it to a repair shop because it's got, you know, 20 different types of exotic glues keeping it together. It's thicker, but somehow I'll learn to live with that. So yeah, that's basically how that's going to go down. It's going to be Android, but if I can use like a Linux sort of, you know, phone OS, I will go with that because quite frankly, don't like Google either. I don't trust them as far as I throw them. You know, they in itself, not so I want to have my data to, I don't really want to give my data to anyone. I am a lot more privacy conscious than I was originally. It's probably why, like, you know, I'm probably going to go with my own local DIY, you know, voice assistant speaker thing when I get like a 3D printer that is on very much on the tables, because the Diego Spot is getting old. I don't really want Amazon having my data, and I'm getting quite sick of the amount of advertisements I'm getting, which is not something I used to get on the Echo Spot, but it's literally like every other week I'm getting an advertisement for something on Amazon or a skill I vaguely use on the Echo Spot, and I'm going to decree no more. So we'll not. So, you know, they say vote with your money, and I'm definitely going to be voting with my money with those sort of projects. So we'll see if I can, you know, put like Ubuntu Touch or something on it. That would be very much ideal for me. So we'll see. We'll see. Now, this is not news, but I just do want to say that a few weeks ago, I went to Leon's and tried to had a 5-piece chicken nugget set as like an afternoon snack, and it was so good. And I was like, yes, I need to go there to have a proper lunch. And you know, you might guess from this conversation, hold on, throat. Good, I drink more first. But, oh, that's not what I wanted, thank you. But I actually went there today. I actually decided I would, you know, take more money out of my one of my savings. Was my, funny enough, my Raspberry Pi 2 retro build project. But, you know, I'll just have to resupply that this month when I get paid. But, anyway, back to the point. I went and had lunch. Had like a meal deal, like £14 meal deal sort of thing, with some additional buying 3 cookies because I underestimated the size of the cookies. And I had like a 10-piece chicken nugget this time, and oh my goodness, you cannot comprehend how nice it was. You know, if you don't know what Leon is like a healthy fast food place. Like for the chicken nuggets, for instance, it's oven baked, uses chicken thighs, not whatever the frack like. You know, McDonald's using their chicken nuggets. It's actual real chicken thighs. That's oven baked. It's not deep fried. And I saw I got like a fresh batch, you know, fresh out the oven sort of thing. Because oh, it was so good. It was like juicy on the inside, but really crunchy. You cannot comprehend. Like followed by, because it's a meal deal, I got like chips, because that was my desired side, along with a beverage of my choice, which I made a water bottle. It's good, you know, that's where I got this from, because I got some more cooling, because I didn't have time to pack, you know, a water bottle, so I just bought that, and it was like £14.67 for £14.87. I could, you know, have like large chips, right, if I wanted to, but, you know, for that, and it was like, the chips itself, again, oven baked, gluten free, I should probably preface that, the chicken nugget is also gluten free, so, that's what, which will go on my connection thing, but, but it's gluten free, oven baked, and it was really nice. The spices, I would say, is equivalent to back in times curly fries, which used to find my IBS found very disagreeable. Mercifully, I don't know if it's just like random chance, but it has, even though I feel a bit off from it, it's not, I wouldn't describe myself in excruciating pain. So I am very thankful about that, but it was also very good. Unfortunately, I had it when it got cold, because, you know, I was busy enjoying my chicken nuggets, because I had it in store, not as a takeout. But yeah, it was really nice, and I'm eating gluten-free. I don't want to preface that, about a good 85% of the menu is gluten-free. Like, someone with IBS or celiac disease, that is like a good thing, because McDonald's has a very average, like not great, but it's something that their gluten-free menu. But like but Leon's is like natively like gluten-free. Like you don't even have to ask for gluten-free, because by default it's gluten-free. Because there's other allergens in some of the stuff like soya and so on and so forth that you've got to be careful for. Well, the fact that by default it's all gluten-free, it means like for someone like me who has IBS, it's a godsend, and it's easily become one of the only fast food restaurant that I'll probably will ever eat there, and probably one of the few restaurants I probably will eat out for lunch. Like if I was eating out lunch somewhere, say, I don't know, Nottingham, if I was in Nottingham again for UK PonyCon, I don't know if that's where it was last year, I haven't been in a few years, but if they had one in Nottingham, I would go out of my way for that. I wouldn't be able to have it for tea, because the time they close is, I think it's like 5 o'clock sort of thing. Unlike McDonald's, so they have a lot better ethic there as well. But But I would definitely go out of my way to eat there because it's super nice. Most of the stuff is natively gluten free. You don't have to specify it, and it's a lot healthier food because because I don't believe that there's a single deep fryer, at least in my Leons. So I am convinced that most of the stuff is oven baked, and that in itself is a lot healthier. And the chicken is using proper chicken as well, makes it healthier, better for the environment as well. And yeah, again, let's say you should vote with your money. Well, I know what I'm voting for. That and Motti Pizza are like the two Moscow places if I was going to eat out at this time index. Also, Italian is very good, but you know, it's not something I would go for a lunch, let's put it like that, compared to Motti Pizza and Leon. But oh, you know, it was so good, man. It was legitimately so good, and I just have to, yell about it because, it's only in the UK. As far as I know, Leon is only a British UK company compared to the behemoth that is fracking McDonald's, Burger King, Taco Bell, Popeyes. Yes, there's a Popeyes now in the UK. So compared to those behemoths, Leon is quite small, but my goodness, the food is just exceptional for a fast food place, and definitely folding with my wallet there again. I don't want that Leon to close down, let's put it like that. I would be devastated because I absolutely love it. I've only been there twice, and I've only had a proper meal there once, but I absolutely love it, and I will not ever accept a substitute again to if someone suggests to go to McDonald's, I am going to decline. Even if my friend is saying no, we're going to Leon's and this is not negotiable. We're going to go out of our way. We're going to drive for 26 miles to the nearest Leon's, and we're going to have lunch there. This is not negotiable. I'm not negotiating. That is what we're going to do, and tough luck otherwise if you want to have a cheeky Nando's. You feel me? I think you feel me. But yeah, that's basically what I have to say on that. I don't really have anything else to say on that matter. And we are out of topic now. Rip. There we go. Probably should do the bottom, the floor as well. That might be something I should look into at some point. A window frame. There we go. And that's just the frame now, and then we'll be done with the windows here on this, this section. So we move on to the next one, inevitably. We should check when the Splatfest is. I thought it was this, tomorrow, but as far as I can tell, I've been lied to there. Because I played it a little bit yesterday. It went very well. It's not the worst game I've played. Just because I was feeling ill. But, it was all right, but, I was expecting, the announcement of, oh, there's a Splatfest, but no, the most announcement is there's actually an update, a minor update to Splatoon 3, which is I actually checked the change log. I don't really do, but they probably have changed something. Oh yeah, my Joy-Con has stopped working properly. The white one, the little bumper button, has now just it's just broken. Now it occasionally detects me pressing it, and me trying to throw a grenade. Most of the time it doesn't even register now. It's like, why would you do this to me? I don't understand why you would do that to me, man. That genuinely sucks. Why You suck. I hope you know that. You know? There we go. Clean. And let's do this. 16%, wow. I don't think actually we're going to... Although at common pairs, I know for a fact we are not going to get to... You know... We're not going to get to do... We might see it. We might see it on the menu, but we won't actually clean it, because this is actually... Oh, this is going to be a bigger job than I think it's going to be. I can only feel it in my code. Enough to make my core explode. Ah, why would you do this to me, man? It's like, he says, Matthew says, knowing full well he did this to himself because he wanted to stream this game. You know, stream the update. So, in that fact, Matthew, we should not be expecting any symphony because this mess is entirely his own creation. Oh, I think this has appeared. Ah, we lost text edit, so that's cool, that's dandy. There we go. Okay, it's also just kind of just jumping every so often. I wonder if that's just the buffering thing. It's possible, I'll actually have to check that. Again, off stream what buffering does. If I should have it enabled. Because I feel I might also be what's causing me the problem. Because I'm not actually getting that kind of jump on the scene deck on what I'm actually seeing on display, so that just seems to be a weird bug, a quirk even, if you will. So something that we should gonna need to, you know, look into sooner rather than later. But today will not be that day, because you know after this, you know, we'll have a just stream together, which is gonna have a big old yikes moment. If I'm gonna be honest with you. Oh, I'm so tired. I don't know where the tiredness come from, but it has just crept up on me. I was not tired when I started this game, but now I am. Oh, I could just, you know, sleep like a log, basically. Just literally head on pillow, and I'm just immediately asleep. That's kind of what we're talking about here. Hooray. We're 18%, so we're going to get our first star soon, if we can see it. And then we'll, you know, get the next bit of dialogue, which as I am personally, you know, keen on seeing. If I'm going to be honest with you. So we're almost finished with this. I'm trying to go to 19% any now. There we go. There you go. Oh way. Surely but surely making more money. I don't know if they've actually added any more skins to their PowerWashes. Something I'll have to investigate at some point soon. But did I ever check the other one? I don't think I ever finished cleaning the other one, did I? It's just literally dawned on me that the other one is probably still very much dirty. Am I correct? I am indeed correct. I can see it from here. Stink of 2022. Wow, you this is not entirely what I was expecting. Whoop, 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 whoop. Same with this side, yep, hi. Come on. What do you mean? There you go. Second, first, same as the first. Oh, you've stopped playing. I mean, I suppose a good spot to go BRB while you get some more coolant, but then we'll have to deal with that. So yeah, I'll be right back in because I need to get more coolant. I literally just got some. Hello, I am back. So let's. Oh, that was not going to do it. We'll keep. Let's deal with this. And oh, I am very afraid of doing this. I am scared, you maggots. It hasn't quadded itself yet, so that's always a good sign. Now YouTube. Oh, it's gonna be a. Yes, continue, you fucking imbecile. Let's see. No, I don't want that. Oh, that's even worse. I'll live with that. There we go. That was. I kind of want to watch that. Oh well. Here's what it is. There we go. So. Again, it hasn't caught itself, so I personally think that's a personal win. There you go. So. Let's get back to this. Yeah, I thought about talking points, so that is indeed most regrettable, but hey, oh, it is what it is. It is what it is. I probably could have started saving, you know, the first part, but that would require me having a brain. But, which, you know, as we all know, is something I very much lack. I mean, I literally spent £20 with, to eat out when there was some perfectly good food, you know, adequate food at home. Let alone what I spent in Tesco for parking and in Iceland because I want the gluten-free burgers. I am definitely a consumer. I have got no brain whatsoever. And it's just kind of like the reality of things, really. It's just, it is what it is, honestly. It really do be like that sometimes. You know, it really do be like that. But yeah, we're very close to 20% now. We're very nearly there. We're nearly there, Chewy. Come on. Worked on you. What do you mean? Does this one I just missed? Oh, yeah. I thought I did that. Obviously, Matthew did, in fact, not do that. There you go. And all was right with the world. He lied, and actually as he breathed. If I'm still playing Hard Space Shipwreck, it kind of sucks this DLC has dropped because I've now got 2 different types of relaxing games I need to go through now. Oh, perhaps it might be a bit judicious to say a few pertinent points. Judicious to say a few pertinent points of speak. Yep, do tell. Miss Smith. Miss Croft is quite an extraordinary woman. Yeah, I mean, her reputation precedes her. Let's put it like that. I know. I've never played, you know, Lara Croft, but I know what she does, and she demands exacting standards, both for myself and others. Don't worry, there won't be a spot left by the time I'm done. Don't know how she let this, you know, how. If you excel, you'll meet with her generous side. I see. I mean, I am very exacting in this. By the time I'm done, there won't be a speck of grime. If not, well, Miss Croft has an extensive and colourful vocabulary. Oh, it's colourful, like that's the British spelling. That is not the US spelling. That's, you know, because that's CLLOUR. That's British spelling. It's the company you made this British. I mean, at some points it makes me think it's British, but other points like the cul-de-sac, for instance, the American houses make me think, now it's set in America. But no, it seems to be a mix of both. Which I find pretty interesting. But yeah, I know a lot about Miss Croft. Well, I don't know a lot. I know some points. I know she had quite a successful franchise on the PlayStation 1 and PS2. Has had a reboot for modern consoles with Lara Croft and whatever the frack the current one is called, on which has people still use for benchmarking because it's a very taxing game. You know, so CPU taxing game. I think it's very CPU intensive, that game is. So it's still widely used as for benchmarking these days. Whatever the latest one is called, but I don't know. It seems to be like, you know, the female game version of Indiana Jones. You know, daring to, you know, basically she's from that branch, really, that cut of beef. I don't know what I'm saying. Trying to use it as an analogy, but I'm trying to say something. That must have something. Okay, you definitely jumped there. I wonder if it's something to do with the table. which shouldn't be because I cleaned it very recently. From the dirt that was pretty disgusting. That kind of got baked in. So I'm very glad I finally cleaned it like last week. So you know. So I don't know why it's zombie, because that was definitely jumping around now on my main street. So that's the sensor thing. Maybe I should get like a PS1 copy of Lara Croft, or I know someone's working on a 3DO port of the PS1 game, which I find pretty fascinating. I don't know how that's going because I've not checked the 3DO subreddit in a very, very long time, and I've been meaning actually to post a question on it, but just haven't because of time. So I don't know how that game is going along, but I know it's not playable, but it works. I think it's got like 10 frames per second or something like that, which I suppose is pretty standard of the era. But it's still very impressive that someone's managed to figuring out how to optimize a PS1 game, which to work on the ARM processor. 3DO, which I'm looking at my one right now because I actually do have one. It's been a hot minute since I've last streamed it. I've been meaning to get some more games for it, which I might get at some point if I don't spend money on more, unnecessary expenditures like eating out. Brain. But yeah, I found it pretty fascinating actually that someone's actually doing that. Hopefully it's going well. I might have to check on that at my next opportunity, which I don't know when that will be, but it will be at some point or another. But I don't know when. That is anyone's guess when I get around to it, honestly. Oh, apparently that part is not nuclear green, it's only this part. Oh, fascinating. I think we could literally use this right here just to do this. Whoop. Come on, worked on you. Where is it then? What do you mean? Oh, yeah, right. This is just that little belt right there. It feels like I'm crouching, and I really am not. It just feels taller than I think it should be. It makes me think I'm just crouching when I really am not. What do you mean? Why is that so quiet? What did they do? That's so quiet. What did they do? Oh yeah, I forgot they have like manual saving now instead of it being automatic, which I can see why that would be a good thing, but at the same time I find something about that a bit disagreeable. Because if I had just saved your progress all the time, and I was like, I quite like that about Power Simulator, but obviously people were having issues with it. And gee, that was a jump. If people weren't having issues, I'm not entirely sure they would have added manual saving. But, hey ho. It is what it is. So much to do. Yeah, this is gonna be a bit. I can tell this one's gonna be a pain to get all the grub off for all the walls. I can already feel it. I can feel it, Mr. Krabs. Okay, I pressed control accidentally, so it is what it is. Well, do 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 da, Inspector Gadget, do 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 do. Do 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 do, Inspector Gadget, da 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 da. Go Gadget, go. Da 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 da. Go Gadget, go. Da 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 da. Inspector Gadget, do 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 do. Do do do, Inspector Gadget. Do 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 do. Do 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 do, Inspector Gadget. Do 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 do. Do 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 do, Inspector Gadget. Do 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 do. Do 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 do, Inspector Gadget. Do 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 do. Do 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 do, Inspector Gadget. Do 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 do. Do 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 do, Inspector Gadget. Do 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 do. Do 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 do, Inspector Gadget. Do 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 do. Do 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 do, Inspector Gadget. Do 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 do. Do 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 do, Inspector Gadget. Do 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 do. Do 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 do, Inspector Gadget. Do 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 do. Do 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 do, Inspector Gadget. Do 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 do. Do 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 do, Inspector Gadget. Do 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 do. Do 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 do, Inspector Gadget. Do 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 do. Do 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 do, Inspector Gadget. Do 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 do. Do 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 do, Inspector Gadget. Do 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 do. Do 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 do, Inspector Gadget. Do 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 do. Do 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 do, Inspector Gadget. Do 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 do. Do 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 do, Inspector Gadget. Do 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 do. Do do I don't know why I got that song stuck in my head. I've not watched that show and listened to that song in a very long time. That last I actually watched Inspector Gadget is when Twitch Presents was a thing. Which I don't think it's a thing anymore, but it used to be many moons ago. There you go. Okay, so next up, let's kind of, you know, deal with these things before we move on to the next level. Oh, this is going to take a while to do, but you know, it is what it is. It isn't what it isn't. So we'll just deal with it right now. So that is not straight whatsoever. Wait, hopefully that's more straight. It is not. It was not, in fact, more straight. Back now it. That's a big old load of tag now for me, Chief. There you go. So this that's dealt with. So it should be, you know, a bit more. No, it won't be more straight, but you know, at least I won't get any clipping from here on out, which will be most, you know, desirable. Whoop. Away. Away. Yeah. See, the printer method of going back and forth like that, still very much an effective strat for cleaning, you know, the floor. Like, it cannot be like underestimated how useful that is. So let's just start here. Okay, that's gonna start clipping again. Yep, hello. Gee, it's almost like I had foreseen you doing that. But how could this be? How could I have seen you start like cutting like a slice in the middle? Hum dee hum. That will forever remain a mystery. Raised floor, yep, which I'm personally going through. And then we'll just have to clean the rest normally, like a normal human. He lied as naturally as he breathed. So let's do that. Whoop, whoop, whoop. There you go. Just a moment had a brain fart moment of how to rotate the nozzle. I have in fact remembered how to rotate the nozzle, which is, you know, preferable. And we'll just get the big one and just go. There's and that'll be this part dealt with, and then move on to the next raised floor, and then we'll start dealing with, you know, the next level sort of thing. That kind of dealio is what I am envisaging. I have seen the future, and for most people it is very boring. 24%, nice, awesome, 10 out of 10, but only on IGN. Same printer strat. Here we go. Loser. There we go. Now we just go back and forth. We have now got to the point now where we shouldn't, you know, start leaning off again, which will be very, very desirable. There we go. And back forward we go. Away. And then back we go. It really do be that easy to clean the floor. You know, it really do be that easy, and you know, we technically got bumped, but you know, that's alright. That's fine. Well, this is fine. And there we go. And we're almost there. A few more passes and we'll be done. Gee, that was some dropped frames. I felt that. There you go. No way. Whoop. Oh no. Anyway. Well, yeah, game closed down. I think what it's called wasn't very memorable. Apparently, it wasn't very that good. A free-to-play game. So I suppose in that regard, I couldn't care less about it, honestly. But it's still a noteworthy thing. There we go. No way. Back and forward, and I'm sick of it. Well, I ain't gonna do it no more. No way. And then we should just be able to do this. Oh wow, you're surprisingly clean. Really, 250 for that? Really? Sure. There we go. And away we go. We're going to slow down our pace a little bit. Quality over quantity. Oh gee, that does not feel smooth whatsoever. Then we're going to look into that whole buffering thing, but I think that is indeed playing a hand at this. If I'm going to be honest with you. There we go. And this way. Away. Okay, so that's to the next section then. So let's just do it for this section now. I'm going to stay in my lane. I tell you what. There you go. So we should do this around here, around the perimeter, and then we can just start doing the actual flare bit on the other side, and there'll be another one done for another 250. So we're $5 whole to spend on a piece or something. I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's like British spelling, but you know, part of the thing what I thought it said in America is because you know, dollars, US dollars sort of thing. Even though like also like the number plates or situation on like vehicles or that is very reminiscent of British design more than American. So it's kind of a weird hybrid of both, honestly. If I was going to be honest with you. So where are we right now? We got that part, and then we got that part, and then yeah, we'll be done. Then we can start focusing on that. It's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. And I am calm. You lie. I mean, it's just relaxing, but honestly, the stress of the technical difficulties at the beginning of the stream is weighing quite heavily in my brain. I would be lying if I said it wasn't. So yeah, I'm just going to be brutally honest with you here. Then again, this is one of the case of whenever I change anything whatsoever, I always say technical difficulties that needs to be refined and try to fix before the next stream. So it's just one of those things. Oh, well, I think that's the first time you've actually been remotely straight. Oh, and then you just lost it again. Gee, thanks. I can see you just going back there. Why? Why would you stay on when I was going forward, but when you're going back, you would just completely change that? Why would you do that? I'm struggling with your logic there. I'm to be really honest with you, that makes no sense. There we go. You know, so we probably might see the listing for the car job. I think that is very much off the tables right now, considering the time. Like, if we take apart the probably about an hour and a half we've been streaming. If my thing didn't echo didn't switch right there. Computer, what's the time?
It's 9:39 p.m.
Okay, it's 21:39, so it's coming to the point where I would normally end the stream anyway. Around, now and 20 minutes sort of thing. So we'll probably end it soon, but I do want to get this part done. So, especially because I have to stitch the stream together as well, so that is going to be causing some delays. You know, not delays, but it's going to mean I can start downloading this part sooner. So, you know, it is what it is. It isn't what it isn't. It is just an inconvenience sort of thing. Then the final part should be here. Yes. So let's just do this. And away. Let's leave this little part now, and then we'll be off to the races laughing. And I can literally see the amount of dirt that's, you know, slipping away before my very eyes. There we go. And there we go. Let's do this. And well, hopefully we won't miss a spot. That would be very ideal. We haven't. Oh way. Maybe I should, you know, deal with these as well. That might be very, you know, advisable. Because this is part of that floor as well. Can't think of a reason why not to at this point. Because I've avoided it for this long. I think we should probably get onto it. So, you know, that is what we're going to do. We are going to get on into it now. So yeah. We're just probably go a little bit more heavier, you know, like probably like the yellow nozzle for that part, but for this we're just gonna. It's for the preliminary, you know, rinse. We'll just use the green nozzle. That seems to be a very solid play for me. Not gonna lie. So away. Very nearly there now, which is, you know, preferable. It's nice. There we just have to deal with the part, and then we'll just do the other one. Second, first, same as the first. And yeah, after the race is laughing. Oh yeah, I forgot. Literally didn't do what I said I was going to do. Well done, idiot. There we go. Oh, okay, that's just cleaned itself. So cool, dandy. There we go. There we go. What's there now? I can, you know, see the inside. Oh, I press C. There we go. Oh way. Now, time for this thing, and then we'll be probably end the stream there. I don't know how I did that. Let's just do it that. There you go. Oh way. When did I buy that? It's a 0 degree now, so that increases the friend by maintaining maximum power. I don't remember getting you. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know when I got you. I know Smitty has it, but I don't remember me getting it. Oh, you okay? I didn't mean. Okay, I didn't mean that. Cool. Then I'll deal with that later. Then, like actually later, like after I've done like the main house. You know, there's technically part of the main house, so that's why I'm doing it. This is I'm classing it as that. There we go. Almost. It's almost there. I say almost there, but I've just started it. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm gonna be honest with you. Oh, there we go. Away. Why did I actually want to do like this space here? I don't know why I did that. Whoop. Away. Then we'll just do this. And that should mean once we get this done, we'll be done. And once we'll be done, that'll be good. Let's fade into this. There we go. So, yeah. That's a British style number plate, so I don't know why it's like a mix up of. Jeez. Literally in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, let's see. Take a few photos for, you know, thing. Haven't wanted those ones for a while, so we'll just back that up, zoom in quite heavily. Don't have alternator one, but that's, you know, fine. I think I'm gonna get a very good, like, you know, house shot. I don't know. Let's try it here. You know, and then we'll leave the live stream. It's not ideal, but we'll make it work. We're gonna save. And then, yeah. We're gonna leave the live stream there. We've only done $80, but wow, we did a lot better than I thought we were going to do. But, you know. Cleaning up, yep, okay. That's new. I think it's new. I don't actually remember. I think. But yeah, on that note, we're gonna leave the live stream there. So, overall, it was about I'll also stop playing the music, but well, you know, it could stop itself. That's also a thing. But and yep, it's just going to the next one. Okay. Overall, I'd say the overall thing was. Have I gone to the wrong thing? No, I don't know. That's the intention. It wasn't it's definitely not the best stream I've done. There's definitely been technical problems with it. And you know, audio balancing issues. So it's definitely have not been the best live stream I've ever done. But you know, I still enjoyed it once we kind of got the ball moving. I am going to quickly note down what I used, 23.8. And hopefully that will be sufficient. So, funny story, I completely forgot that if the MS drive is accessed at all, it will freeze the stream. And I press Control S to save my thing out of habit, without even thinking, and that caused the stream to crash. Which is a big yikes for me, Chief. And I suppose that is a perfect symbolism of, I really didn't want another one of those messages to go through. But I say, yeah, on that note, we are going to leave the, that seems to be perfect symbolism. And on that bombshell, we're going to leave the live stream there. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Tonight we'll be raiding Sophie Violin with Assassin's Creed Syndicate. And you'll find me again, hopefully, Wednesday, 8 PM GMT. So, have a good night, everybody. Hopefully next stream will go better. Bye-bye. I just crashed that. Sophie literally just went offline. So we're actually going to be raiding Banosaurus Rex instead. So, just want to make that announcement that we are doing a last minute change because that's a yikes. Sophie went literally offline as we were, getting ready to stream. So, yeah. Have a good night, everybody.